The son fell to his death from the school building. Before his death, his pants zipper had even been pulled open. After investigation, they discovered that both sets of footprints at the scene belonged to the boy, suggesting he likely committed suicide. However, what was puzzling was that the boy had a fatal wound on the back of his head. If it had been suicide, he should have landed face first. At this point, Rue May considered that if the boy had committed suicide, his body would be approximately 2 meters from the wall. If he had been pushed, the distance would likely be around 3 meters. Strangely, however, the boy's body was found a full 5 meters from the wall. The case reached another deadlock. They then reviewed the school's surveillance footage and were surprised to discover that on the day of the incident, the boy hadn't gone to the rooftop alone. He had gone with 4 classmates. The footage suggested the boy may have suffered from school bullying. However, some questions remained. All 5 students went upstairs together at 6 p.m., but only 4 came down an hour later. The boy's body wasn't discovered until 9 p.m. that evening. Determining the boy's time of death was crucial to solving the case. Meanwhile, Lao Bai returned to the crime scene. Considering that the boy's pants were unzipped before death, he suspected the boy might have been urinating on the rooftop. He had forensic experts scrape samples from the nearby wall. They then investigated the school cafeteria. The nutritionist reported that the boy hadn't eaten lunch that day, only consuming some milk and rice cakes at 4 p.m. To determine the time of death, the forensic expert ate the same snacks and checked the digestion status every hour. After 4 hours, the food had been fully digested and entered the duodenum, indicating the boy died after 8 p.m. Since the 4 classmates had left at 7 p.m., this suggested the boy likely committed suicide. Rue May felt something wasn't right. She requested that the National Forensic Service conduct another autopsy on the boy. Surprisingly, they found over a dozen different drug compounds in his system. Most were brain stimulants, but some were narcotic stimulants. Reviewing the surveillance footage again, they noticed the boy had pills in his pocket when going upstairs, but no pills were found among his belongings. They returned to the crime scene to search and finally found the pill bottle in a tree. It turned out the boy had taken stimulants on the rooftop and experienced hallucinations. He unzipped his pants, thinking he was using the bathroom at home. After finishing, he habitually took a few more pills. In his hallucination, his mother told him he had scored first place again and could sleep in. Hearing he could sleep, the boy was overjoyed. When he saw what he believed was his bed, he jumped onto it without hesitation, not realizing it was all a hallucination. The next day, Rue May revealed the truth to the boy's parents. Learning that their son had died from drug overdose, the mother broke down crying. She had forced her son to take those pills, always believing they were just brain-boosting supplements, never imagining they would cost her son his life.